Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube video channel. Friends, today we are discussing about the draft National Education Policy 2019, which was established under the chairmanship of Padma Vibhushan Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan, former chairman ISRO. And the initial work for this National Education Policy 2019 that has been started since January 2015. The consultation meeting, seminars, workshops, okay, meeting with the educationist, with the group of teachers, students, that has been really started from January 2015 to take the inputs. And further, on the basis of the inputs collected, the MHRD Government of India has prepared the first draft National Education Policy in 2016. Then further, it was modified by establishing a commission under the chairmanship of, that is the National Education Policy 2019, under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan. That is in June 2017. And at present, now the draft National Education Policy 2019 is available in the public domain, and on any day, any time, this draft report may be notified by the government. And we are discussing about the major aspects that has been covered in the National Education Policy 2019. Today, in our first program, we have discussed about the preamble and vision of this draft National Education Policy 2019. We have touched a few of the points, just like first we have discussed about, just to recapitulate, we discussed the committees and commissions that had been established in India after independence. We have discussed about the University Education Commission 1948-49. Then further we discussed about the Secondary Education Commission that was established in 1952-53. Then the Kothari Commission 64-66. That's also called as the Education Commission 1964-66. Further we discussed about National Education Policy 1968, then National Education Policy 1986. Then further we have also discussed the program of action of National Education Policy, National Policy on Education 1986, or that is also called as Revised National Education Policy 1992. So friends, we have discussed what are the developments especially in the field of education that has been taken place in this country after independence. Then you see, after 1992, means after 28 years, you can say, this time the draft National Education Policy 2019 that has been prepared under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan. And its terms and its preamble and visions we are just discussing. First we have discussed about keeping in consideration of India's great heritage, great tradition, great culture, okay, great education tradition, starting from the ancient system of education, Gurukul system of education, and at present the modern education system. Means how the society has been transmitted, how transformed, and how development has occurred in all the fields. Okay, so that has been a part of preamble of this education policy. Then further we have discussed about the agenda of previous education policies, means the education policies that has been established in our country, as we have already explained that starting from University Education Commission 1948-49 till the revised National Policy on Education 1992. What was its recommendation, and whether the recommendations and the suggestions of the previous commissions has been implemented in its true spirit or not. Okay, and this commission, this National Education Policy 2019, it also you can say a way forward of the earlier commissions, earlier education policies that has been established in this country. Then further, let us now discuss about the other preamble, that is, we can say, keeping in consideration of the happenings and the trends that is being developed across the world, you can say, that is, you can say, alignment with the global sustainable development goal. What should be our vision? What should be our education vision? What should be our you can say concern, that what aspect we should touch? You see, the agenda for sustainable development seeks to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all by 2030. Okay, so this is the aim, this is the vision before us. So that's why this new, or you can say, the National Education Policy 2019, it should collaborate with, it should work with proper it should work with proper alignment with you can say the global sustainable development goal. Means we should think about that by 2030 where we should reach. Okay, so a roadmap should be clear by this National Education Policy, so that we will be you can say way forward to in the process of development, maybe in the sector of education, maybe in the sector of science and technology, maybe in the sector of agriculture, okay, maybe in sector of human relation. Okay, so as per the sustainable development goal of 2030, what should be our aim, what should be our objective, what should be our goal? So that should be properly aligned with this National Education Policy 2019. So accordingly, you will find that the beautiful document that has been drafted, okay, by Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan and his team. You will find that this global the sustainable development goal by 2030 has been reflected in this document, in this draft National Education Policy 2019. Then further, the another preamble, that is the concern, taking that preamble as concern, this draft has been prepared, that is an integrated yet flexible approach to education. Friends, you see, now across the globe you will find that the curriculum that has been developed, maybe in the school education, maybe in different professional educations, maybe in higher education, in technical education, you will find that knowledge has been considered as an integrated approach, as an inclusive approach. Okay, this is not designed separately, you can say. So that's why in this National Education Policy, you will find that much care has been taken to achieve the integrated yet flexible approach to education. Means how different forms of education, how different types of knowledge, how different forms of knowledge can be integrated, and how knowledge, how learners should get integrated and inclusive experiences from their schooling and from their higher education, and from education from any areas, you can say, from any subjects or any disciplines. So that's why a flexible approach, the student, or you can say the citizens of this country, those are coming forward for the higher education system, for different professional education, technical education, how they can work as per their interest, their attitude, their aptitude, with certain flexibility. Okay, so that has been properly taken care of in this draft National Education Policy 2019, and how integrated knowledge has been given, that is also being a part of this for the development of this document. Then further, the other preamble that has been addressed in this draft national education policy 2019, that is the liberal arts approach in higher education. You see, friends, you might be acquainted with the choice-based credit system of UGC, University Grants Commission. In choice-based credit system, you will find that how this has been implemented means a scope and an opportunity has been given in this choice-based credit system that a student can opt certain courses from other discipline, from other areas of knowledge. Okay, means a social science learner can take a discipline from management, can take a discipline from education, from other discipline. Okay, so that's why here you see the education practice that we do in our colleges, in our schools, in our education system. I think this is the real time. This is the right time that our students should get an opportunity to study other areas of discipline also, other areas of knowledge also. You see, in the National Curriculum Framework 2005, in NCF 2005 developed by NCRT, in NCF 2005, this has been recommended. This has been suggested that how to address the you can say the other areas of knowledge. Okay, other areas of knowledge, just like the peace education, art education, craft education, physical education, yoga education. How to address these areas of knowledge in the curriculum. As you see, in the school level, you will find that two types of curriculum. One is the core curriculum, and other is that's called as the other areas of knowledge. Maybe work education, craft education, art education, peace education, yoga education. So mostly what the schools are doing, schools are practicing these other areas of knowledge, just like separately by conducting certain events, certain activities. But it is the time how to integrate all such things, means how to integrate peace education, value education, moral education, even in the core courses. Okay, core subjects means when we are designing our science curriculum, in the science curriculum, how to address the issues of peace, how to address the issues of values, how to address the issues of you can say the other areas of knowledge. Even if when we are designing the curriculum of social science, curriculum of languages, then how to address the other areas of knowledge. So but here in the keeping in that sense, in that spirit, in the National Education Policy 2009, in the preamble, this has been elaborated, this has been explained, this has been you can say discussed that in our higher education system, the learners should get a wider opportunity. Means a social science student, if he is having aptitude, interest in the field of other areas, can opt a subject, can study. So there should not be any boundary for them, any limitation for them that they will confine themselves only in the discipline. Okay, so one should go beyond that discipline. So friends, already the work has been started. You will find that, as I have explained, that in the CBCS curriculum, in the choice based credit system curriculum, you will find that enough opportunity has been given to the learners at the UG courses as well as the PG program, that they can opt a course, that they can opt a paper, you can say, from other areas of the discipline. Okay, as per their interest, as per their need, and you see as per the need for acquisition of skills also. Okay, so that's why here in the National Education Policy 2019, in the draft policy, this has been highlighted that how liberal arts approach in higher education can be maintained. Means how one can study as per their interest. Okay, because all have their own creativity, all have their own aptitude, one interest. Okay, so you cannot limit one's aptitude. So that's why they should get an opportunity in the schooling at the same time in the higher education system. So that's why this has been discussed. Further in the preamble, this has been explained that is focus on high quality research. You see, the education fraternity, at the same time, the teachers, the researchers, the educationists, always, this is a matter of debate and discussion, that whether the research that we are conducting, whether it is as per the quality or not. Okay, many measures has been taken for maintaining quality in research. Okay, but here you see, friends, when we talk about research, this is not only focus upon the PhD studies or the MPhil studies. Rather, the academic dissertations that the students are doing at their PG courses, you can in their PG program, just like they are doing a type of dissertation. Okay, master dissertation, maybe in education discipline, maybe in other subjects of social science discipline, in science discipline. They do certain project, they do certain dissertation. That is also a part of research. But many a time this has been realized that very few piece of dissertation work which is being conducted at the master and MPhil level are really in proper quality. So that's why maintaining quality is not only in the PhD level, rather maintaining quality should be started from the very beginning of the research. That means I can say that it should start. It should be started from the very beginning of the UG program. Okay, from the degree level program, and you can say in the CBCS curriculum, in the choice based credit system, you will find that the research, the course research, and the inputs about research, how to conduct a research, has been included from the UG level also. So earlier it was a part of the PG level programs, but now this has been started from the undergraduate level. So that's why this is a major concern, that how to maintain quality of research from the starting of the college education, you can say, from the starting of the UC program, from the starting of the PG program. Okay, so this is one of the preamble of this draft National Education Policy 2019. Then further, the other preamble that has been addressed, that is facilitating transformation of the education system. Friends, the world has, you can say, changing very rapidly. Okay, you will find that so far as science and technology is concerned, so far as other development in education, development in research, development in agriculture, development in other aspect, you will find that the world is moving very rapidly. So that's why this is the high time that how we can transform our education system, how we can transform our research, how we can transform our you can say the system of education, our science and technology, how we can bring new innovations in the field of education, in the field of medical science, in the field of management, other areas also. So how to facilitate for transforming our society, our education system, at the same time different sector of our educational development. So that also one of the major concern of this preamble of the draft National Education Policy 2019. Further, another preamble that we can say, that is the facilitating national development. After all, the work that we are doing, that is for the national development. The contribution of the individual, the contribution of the group, the contribution of the society. Unless we establish a very good education system in this country, then we cannot talk about the national development. So that's why for a national development, for leading this country towards a global stage, then we should develop our education system. So that's why accordingly, how to shape our education, how to provide quality education to the learners, to the young generation of this country, for the national development in different sectors. That is also one of the concern, one of the preamble of this draft National Education Policy 2019. Then further, the another preamble that we can say, that is ensuring implementation in spirit and intent. You see, friends, we are talking about the equality, equity, at the same time quality also. We talk about equality, we should provide equal opportunity to all. At the same time, we should lift that group of citizens, that group of learners. If it is a matter of a classroom, if it is a matter of school, that you will find that the group is always heterogeneous in nature. At the same time, when we talk about the citizen of this country, you will not find that all are not having the same ability. So that's why it is the right time that when we are talking about the equality, at the same time we should talk about the equity. At the same time, we also talk about the quality. You can take the example of Right to Education Act 2009. In the Right to Education Act 2009, you see very nicely this has been talked, this has been explained, that the motto of national development is not only to provide equality, rather to achieve equity. To achieve equity, at the same time to provide quality education, quality treatment to the young citizens. Then further, the important aspect, that is ensuring implementation in spirit and intent. You see, whatever suggestions, whatever recommendations that has been given in the earlier education commissions, it is at this moment we cannot say that all the recommendations that has been implemented with full spirit. So implementing the recommendation is also one of the major aspect of setting of any commission. So that's why it should be ensured that the recommendations that has been given, that has been implemented with full spirit and intent. So friends, basing upon the preamble, the vision of the draft National Education Policy 2019, it has been said that the National Education Policy 2019 envisions an India-centered education system that contributes directly to transforming our nation sustainably into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all. So friends, this vision itself says many things, that to where we lead our country. So being the citizen of this country, we have enough responsibility. We should lead this country. We should means the draft policy should provide quality education to the citizen, and they should the citizens should engage themselves to prepare themselves at the same time for bringing national development for this country. So friends, today we discussed about the vision, the preambles and vision of the draft National Education Policy 2019. In our next program, we will discuss about the other aspects of this draft National Education Policy 2019. Thank you.